Good evening and welcome to the LNER Community Stadium here in York for this massive Betfred Championship playoff semi-final between the runaway leaders York Knights and the total underdogs Halifax Panthers. Saturday night under the lights, 27th of September. And some say, wake me up when September ends. Well, this is a dream for Halifax now. Let's hope we don't wake up from it. Because the club that nearly went out of business less than 12 months ago, were written off everywhere, have managed to get ourselves into the Betfred Championship playoff semi-final against the big spending York Knights, Super League bound York Knights, according to their chairman anyway. Anyways, after Halifax's statement-making win away at Oldham last week, and a massive travelling support here for Set Fair for an absolutely amazing game of rugby league here. Let's go through the sides. First and foremost, with the massive underdog Panthers, David Nofaluma wears 23, outstanding at fullback as always. Ben Tibbs wears 2 and Charlie Graham wears 3 on the wings, with Alfie Johnson 21 and Captain Ben Crooks wearing 4 on the other centre. James Woodburn Hall, unfortunately, failed his HIA last week, so Louis Jouffre, not a bad replacement, a try scorer on this ground already this year, comes in to replace him. He wears 1, and man of the match last week, George Whitby, try scorer here in the last time that York lost, 19 matches ago, 20 matches ago even. He maintains his place wearing number 32. Front row, Brandon Douglas, 8. His last-minute try sealed the famous victory here early in the season. He wears 8, and Rowan Dixon keeps his place at prop, wears 16. Adam O'Brien wears 9, a hooker. And then the unfortunate news that Adam Tangata suffered a knee injury last week's game, so he misses out. Owen McCarron keeps place 11. Jacob Fairbank wears 13, moves into the second row, and Connor Davies comes into the loose forward at 15. On the bench, from 14, Tom Inman, 17, Will Calcott, 20, Brad Graham, and 33, Leon Cowan makes his return on dual reg from St Helens. And the York Knights side, the all-conquering York Knights side, 1895 Cup winners this year, on a 19-game winning streak since losing here to the Panthers early in the season, who came from behind to beat us in our home fixture at Odsal a couple of months ago. They line up number 36, Toa Mataafa at fullback, 35 Scott Galliano, and 34 the perennial try scorer against Halifax, Ben Jones Bishop on the other wing, 3 Kieran Buchanan, and 20 Holyfield at centres. And half-back, 6 Ataningano, and 7 York captain and ex-Halifax Panther himself, Liam Harris. Favourite for Betfred Championship Player of the Year, and hopefully Halifax can get to grips with him tonight. Front row, 8 Jack Martin and 20 Bailey Antropus at prop, with 9 the wily old veteran Paul McShane. Back row, 11, 12 and 13 Jesse D, Connor Bailey and Jordan Thompson. And on the bench for the York Knights, number 10 Brendan Santi, 19 Sam Cook, 31 Kieran Hudson, and 33 Mitch Clark, as both sides come onto the field. A brilliant travelling support from Halifax, all the blue and white flags and balloons, and listen to the noise of the Halifax fans. What an atmosphere, what a semi-finalist could turn out to be. Just say the 18th man for both sides, number 19 Zach McComb for Halifax, are looking to miss out again, and 1 Will Dagger. A referee, Tom Grant, for some reason, they picked a Super League ref for a championship semi-final. And here we go. Halifax in the blue and white hoops. And there's going to be a minute silence before the game. And here we go, semi-final rugby, York v Halifax, in a game that no one thought would happen when Kyle Eastman took over last November, but what a ride he's had. And it's going to be Halifax to kick off, playing left to right towards those vocal travelling fans behind the posts. It's going to be George Whitby to get us underway. It's fantastic in last week's victory. Here we go, Whitby. Drills in, wicked bounce, it bounces back towards the Halifax line. Oh, and York knock on, it's the first error of the game. What a kick-off. A brilliant kick-off from George Whitby. And Halifax forced the error in the, not even a tackle on the board. And listen to those fans again. If you're using Bradford maths, there must be at least 20,000 behind those sticks. And temporarily silence those York fans. And Halifax, first attacking opportunity of the game, scrum 15 metres out, centre field. Jufre free feeds, finds Whitby, short ball to Crooks, Crooks steps inside and out, brought down 5 metres away from the line. Halifax has to be patient. He's McCarron on the charge, twists over. Has he got over the line? He has, but he's held up by the York Knights defence. Warning signs already for the York defence there. Here's Dixon, run towards the post, attracts 3 York defenders. Options left and right here for O'Brien. Goes left, Jufre. Short ball. And Fairbank taken there by 3 York defenders. Still tackles in the bag here for Fax. O'Brien finds Douglas. Douglas charging towards the line. Bumps one off. Desperate defence for York side. Last tackle for Halifax. Goes back to Whitby. Finds Nofaluma. Nofaluma. Long ball to Graham. Oh, and York went for the intercept and knocked on. The referee rules play on. Sure, that was a knock on from York. Play goes on and York make the way upfield. Tackle coming in from Connor Davies. Here's Tom Martin. Tries to bump off O'Brien, but O'Brien knows well. Dixon does there for company. It's a knock on as well. What a defence there. The second error of the game. Brilliant defensive there from Adam O'Brien. Ronan Dixon and Brandon Douglas involved as well. And all you can hear at the moment are the Halifax fans behind the posts. And Fax have a scrum down 10 metres inside York's half. Another set of 6-5 Fax in York territory. Johnson from the scrum, but York getting numbers to put him down. 35 metres away from the York line. Here's Fairbank. Fairbank makes yards despite the attention of 3 York defenders. Gets tackled on the 30 metre line. O'Brien finds Davies. Davies Loose pass, but Jufrey collects, hands up to McCarron, but McCarron had Paul McShane already waiting for him. Bit of lost momentum there for Halifax. O'Brien, short ball to Davies, just goes route one this time and does well. Gets up towards that 20-metre line, centre field. O'Brien swings left and goes right, Dixon, good yards after contact from Ronan Dixon. Gets within 5 metres of the line, last tackle for Halifax, centre field. O'Brien goes left. Jufrey, little dink towards the corner, looking for Alfie Johnson. Taken really well by Ben Jones-Bishop. He goes back into the field of play. And Ben Jones-Bishop is too good at that. Referee calls time off, thinking he's going to rule. It was 6-1.5, does the other. Messing around the play of the ball. As Halifax just want to trap York in their own territory here as Buchanan gets brought down by Connor Davies. Here's Antrobus. Gets brought down by Douglas. Here's Martin. McCarron up top. And Davies down low. As York 15 metres shy of halfway. McShane goes right to Matt Arthur. Matt Arthur gets past the 40-metre line. 2, 3 Halifax defenders in there. Dixon, Davies and McCarron. Last one for York. Just shy of halfway, McShane kicks from dummy half. Graham has a lot of time to pick the ball up, he does. Surveys his options, goes towards centre of the field. Big collision there, but Graham rides it well. Great yards after contact there from Charlie Graham. Quick play the ball too. Jufrey in at dummy half. Finds Ben Tibbs. Right in the crest of the wave, Ben Tibbs, playing with so much confidence. Jufrey finds Douglas short to the ruck. Your fans wanting a forward pass, but not given. And Douglas eventually brought down 5 metres shy of halfway. O'Brien finds Whitby, takes to the line, finds Nofaluma, sets back on the inside. Still going Nofaluma, eventually brought down 5 metres inside the York half. Messing round at the ruck. Crooks takes advantage of no markers and steals 10 metres. Ben Crooks is away. He's got centre field. Here goes Ben Crooks. Inside to Whitby. Oh, brought down just short by McShane. Last tackle for Halifax. They've got all the momentum. O'Brien finds Jufrey on the bounce. Jufrey gummers it through. Oh, Matt Arthur's there to collect. Gets the pass to Ben Jones-Bishop. Ben Jones-Bishop's away. And Ben Jones-Bishop is going to streak away. Charlie Graham's on his way. But Ben Jones-Bishop will have enough to go over for York. And it's a sucker punch and a half. And how many times do we see it? Ben Jones-Bishop scoring a breakaway try against Halifax. And it's just the opposite of last week. After all the pressure Halifax have put on in the first 7 minutes, it's Ben Jones-Bishop that races away. Ben Crooks broke midfield, got the ball to Whitby, and Whitby was brought down just shy. It was a scuffed rubber kick from Louis Jufrey, collected on the fly by Matt Arthur, who broke the field with a lovely reverse pass to Ben Jones-Bishop, who just had enough to beat the chasing Charlie Graham to score under the post. And after 7 minutes here at the LNER Community Stadium, it's York Knights 4, Halifax Panthers 0. How many times have we seen over the years, not least against Halifax, Ben Jones-Bishop scoring a breakaway try? The same happened at Odsal, remember, in the corresponding home fixture, which started a comeback for York. And Halifax have just got to trust the process. Playing well so far, but that was just a poor last tackle play. And York, as they've done so for the last 19 games in a row, finding a way to score. Especially after all the pressure Halifax put on them. And Liam Harris has the simple task of converting from bang in front. And the York captain does just that. And after 8 minutes here at the LNER Community Stadium, it's York Knights 6, Halifax Panthers 0. Whitby with them all off to kick off this time. Ben Jones Bishop underneath, hands it on to Martin, and Martin, well tackled there by Fairbank up top. And Johnson down low, York trying to get out of their own danger area. Another tackle coming in from Alfred Johnson there. Quick play the ball, but Shane goes blind. But it's a knock on. Oh, he's meant to keep over it, and York breakaway again. The kick goes through. Can Halifax get back? Oh, he's knocked on. Surely he's knocked on. Surely there was a knock on before, but no, you're going to rule it to an early tackle without the ball. And Ben Crooks is going to the bin. Oh, he's just going from bad to worse at the moment for Halifax at the moment. Ben Crooks just had to do something. The referee Tom Gant ruled that it was tackled without the ball. The York man was tackled without the ball. Now will York go for the penalty? Go for the kick a goal to go 2 scores ahead? Or will they take advantage of the one-man advantage straight away? I think they're going to tap and go here. What's Halifax's goal line defence like now? First time they've really been challenged. As Antrobus takes the first tackle. 3 fast defenders in the shape of Dixon, Douglas and Davies. 5 metres out, McShane finds Harris. Short ball to Thompson. Thompson met by Dixon. McShane goes blind again. In Ghana, Halifax have the overlap. It's going to go to Galliano. And York just had too many men. And they go back to back. And they make the Ben Crooks sin binning pay straight away. And that was just simple rugby. Nothing much that the Halifax defence could have done there. And Scott Galliano goes over to make it 10-0 after 10 minutes with the kick to come. And Liam Harris, another shot at goal, much trickier than his first one, but we've seen Liam Harris kick all over the field in his time for Halifax as well. Liam Harris taking all the time in the world to set his conversion attempt. .22 metres out, 8 metres in from touch on this near side. Up he steps, but he's pulled it to this left hand side, so Halifax still within a couple of scores of York. So it remains 10-0. How much belief does Halifax side have now? Down to 12 for the next 7 or 8 minutes. Whitby with the kick-off again. Jones Bishop underneath it, collects, hands on to Martin, and Martin. Big collision there from Fairbank and Dixon. As Antrobus takes it forward. Ball down by Connor Davies, McShane finds Thompson. Thompson sizes up Dixon gets out challenging McCarron, but Dixon holds on as York making yards far too easy. McShane goes blind again. They like this blind side of York. D bumps off McCarron, but O'Brien holds on. Dixon holds on again. McShane going blind once more. Hingano sizes up this blind side. Short ball to Field. And Field, great tackle there from Graham. Last one for York. 30 metres away. This Halifax line. Harris puts it high. Shallow kick. Nofaluma underneath. Oh, Nofaluma knocks it on, but I thought Tom Grant would give the penalty there, but he rules knock on for Nofaluma. And York have another set of 6 on this Halifax line. It was a shallow kick from Harris, but they had bodies underneath it. Galliano and Ngannou underneath it. Nofaluma spilled possession. First error we've seen for Nofaluma for a long time. And York, with the man advantage, look to take advantage again. Scrum down 10 metres underneath Halifax's post. Ngannou feeds and breaks out. McShane finds Ngannou. It's 3-on-2. Ngannou finds Field. Great tackle there from Charlie Graham. What a tackle from Charlie Graham. Ball and all tackle. Had to be as well. And Halifax living on borrowed time at the moment. Antrobus brought down by McCarron. Less than 5 metres out, York. McShane finds Ngannou, on to Harris. Harris runs across field. Finds Batava, finds Ben Jones-Bishop, steps back inside, which is a great tackle there from Alfie Johnson. Still tackles in the bag here for York. Harris finds Bailey, OFC bound Bailey. Gets to within 5 of the Halifax line, brought down by Dixon. McShane goes right, finds Harris. An interception for Alfie Johnson, and Alfie Johnson's away. Surely he's going off pace to get to the line, Alfie Johnson. And Alfie Johnson is going to score. And Halifax are right back in this game. Come on. All the pressure from York. And Alfie Johnson has the interception and races 90 metres upfield to get his 4th try of the season, to the delight of those Halifax fans behind the posts. And going down to 12 from the sin bin. Halifax soaked up pressure from York. And York looking to seal this game early. Alfie Johnson put his ball on the roulette wheel. Came up trumps. I know I'm mixing metaphors, but Alfie Johnson scored. That's the most important thing. Listen to those Halifax fans. Halifax pull it back. 10 points to 4 with a kick to come. How big a moment will that be in this game? Alfie Johnson. It was all or nothing. If he'd have missed the ball, York could stroll in the corner, but sometimes you've got to take those chances. And Alfie Johnson has brought Halifax right back in this game. Now can Whitby turn this 4-6? Was nearly perfect with the boot last Friday away at Oldham. Kick to conversion here in our victory early on in the season. Up he steps, 20 metres out. And Whitby, you can hear from the Halifax fans, he's turned it in a 6. And Halifax, down to 12, are right back in this game. After a quarter of an hour, it's York 10, Halifax 6. I said before, this is going to be a cracker. It's going to be a close game. It's turning that way out. Normally playoff games are really cagey affairs, but this is anything but. Harris with the kick-off. Whitby underneath, collects. Hands on to Dixon, off the back fence. Big collision, rides it well. That's what we love to see. Antrobus did really well, but Dixon there. Here's Connor Davies. Big hit there from Jesse D. Rare that Connor Davies, he's pushed back. He'll play the ball on his own 20. O'Brien, short to Douglas, and Douglas will steal a few more metres for Halifax as York responding through the defence. Here's Fairbank, running wide. It's put down, 15 metres shy of halfway. Here's Douglas again on the charge. Brilliant run there from Brandon Douglas. Great yards there. Last one for Halifax, 5 metres shy of halfway. Whitby puts up a huge spiralling bomb. York don't want to catch it. It bounces. Bounces back. Jufre kicks it forward. But the referee ruled it's offside. Offside from the kit. Ruled that someone was within the 10. And on second look, he's probably right. And the first penalty of the game. Well, second penalty, sorry. Goes to York, nice. It's a great touch find here from Liam Harris and Halifax. Having done so well to get out of danger there, have allowed York to get within 30 metres of the line. Here's Harris, runs across field, shows and goes, hands it on to Banterburst, who knocks on. Who saw Ronan Dixon coming, looked at the corner of his eye and makes the error. Now Halifax, can we respond now? Nofaluma gets towards halfway. O'Brien, short ball to Tibbs. Great yards there from Ben Tibbs. Brilliant yards. Gets Halifax 10 metres inside York's half. O'Brien finds Douglas. Great yards again from Brandon Douglas. Goes past the 30 metre line for Fax. You can hear Halifax fans rising. Whitby shows and goes. Short ball to Davies. Great tackle there. What a shot. I think that was Jesse D again. Really putting himself about. O'Brien finds Dixon, throws a dummy. Keeps balling on Halifax, 10 metres underneath those York posts. Last tackle, options left and right here for O'Brien. Goes right, Whitby goes it through, it hits the York man. Nofaluma collects. Is it back to one? No, the referee rules the ball played the man. And Halifax will turn the ball over, but York are 10 metres away from their own line. Not a bad place to turn the ball over. And Douglas flies out the line. Him kind of missing when he got to his man just then as Galliano. The other guy there, Matt Arthur, great tackle down low by Jacob Fairbank. But York are making yards far too easily as Ben Crooks comes back onto the field. Halifax back to 13. McShane finds Thompson. They're back to Ngannou. Long ball out. Holyfield steps back on the inside, but Crooks was there waiting for him alongside Whitby. York 5 minutes inside the Halifax half already. D finds Ngannou. Oh, onto Martin. Martin picks it off the floor. Crooks missed him first time, got him the second time. Last one for York, 10 metres inside the Halifax half. McShane goes back to Harris, no real pressure on him, puts it high. Ben Tibbs underneath it and collects it comfortably. Now Tibbs looking to make the break, finds Nofaluma with the ball. Nofaluma steps inside. Oh, what's he doing? He's thrown the ball away. And York get the ball. They're going to get a penalty for an high tackle as well. Compounding the error. Halifax is getting a bit too giddy there. And Tom Grant are only giving penalties to York at the moment. 3 penalties to 0. And York will go for 2 this time. Well, they huffed and puffed at the line before and forced interception. And York, realising it's a knockout game, I'm going to take the shot at goal, 20 metres out, right underneath the posts. As Ben Crooks having a word with Tom Grant, probably asking, when are we due a penalty, referee? It's all one-way traffic in terms of referee Tom Grant's whistle at the moment. That isn't bias, it's just facts. As Nofaluma has been imperious these last few months, but guilty of just being a bit too giddy there, forcing the pass when he didn't really need to give it. As Liam Harris steps up, 20 metres out, bang in front, and the flags are up. And York 6 points of difference. Again, through that penalty goal, as Ben Crooks and Tom Grant continue the conversation. And Halifax will have to kick off again. Less than 20 minutes to go. York 12, Halifax 6. Whitby with the kick off again. It's an awkward flight again. The ball bounces up. Jones Bishop collects into Martin. Big shot there. Jacob Fairbank. Can Halifax force another error? Here's Matt Arthur. Takes 3 men to stop his progress. O'Brien, Davies, and Calcott to the field for Ronan Dixon. Here's Thompson. Great tackle down low by Calcott. Finished off up top by Davies. York on their own 30-metre line. McShane finds Santi. Santi brought down on his 40 by O'Brien, Davies, and McCarran. McShane goes back to Harris. Harris looking for the 40-20. Ball bounces up. Tibbs collects on his own 10-metre line. Looks to return with interest. Ben Tibbs bounces off one. Ben Tibbs. Great return, Ben Tibbs. He's playing with such confidence at the moment, is Ben Tibbs. Here's Charlie Graham. Tries to beat McShane. McShane. Far too good a defender for that. O'Brien finds Calcott. Calcott takes 3 York defenders to stop his progress, but Halifax finding it hard to make yards at the moment. O'Brien finds Fairbank. Fairbank. York piling men into these tackles as Halifax 5 minutes shy of halfway. Here's Dufresne. Finds Douglas. Douglas will take Fax past halfway. And it's a penalty, and finally, after 23 minutes, Halifax get the first penalty of the game. More than one man in the tackle. Referee Tom Grant rules it was stolen. And Halifax have a great chance to get points back on the board. Whitby with a great touch finder. And Halifax will start to set off 20 metres away from the line towards the vocal trouble support. Crooks taps and goes himself. Goes towards centre field, Ben Crooks. Just brought down by Martin. O'Brien finds Davies, looking for his first try of the season. Dufresne. Fairbank on the charge. Jacob Fairbank. Oh, nearly got over again. Still tackles here. O'Brien, switch ball. It goes back. And York get their hands on it. Oh, they've knocked on again. York have knocked on, surely. Surely it's Halifax ball. It is Halifax ball. Halifax will get another 6 tackles. The ball went loose backwards. Halifax hits it backwards. York kicks it back to their own player, and the York man knocked on. And Halifax have another great attacking opportunity here. And listen to those fans again. Massive moment in this game now. Just come down 10 metres out underneath those sticks. Halifax stacking the men right. O'Brien finds Whitby, steps back on the inside. Whitby. Spider gap, but the York defence close the door. 5 metres out. O'Brien waits. Short ball to Calcott, but McShane shot out the line. Nearly gets to the line, Will Calcott. O'Brien again. Short ball to Davies. Davies. Looking for his first try of the year. Just brought down short. Still tackles here for Halifax. O'Brien waits a dummy half. O'Brien finds Whitby. Long ball out to Tibbs. Tibbs steps back on the inside. The referee does one for offside. The York defence are fast, but not that fast. Now Halifax have another set of 6 on this York line. Can we get back in this game? Fairbank takes the first drive up. Ooh, nearly a tip tackle there from the York defence. O'Brien waits. It's a scrappy play of the ball. Referee just says get on with it. Here's Douglas from the standing start. Still driving towards the line. Brought down to short. Halifax stacking the men on this right hand side. Here's Whitby. Finds Nofaluma. Nofaluma steps back on the inside. Trying to get through the gap, but your defence wise to it. Still tackles here, 5 metres out. O'Brien Calcott, short ball to Davies. Oh, sure, that's an high tackle. Oh, play goes on. Dufresne goes it through, looking for Tibbs, and it's brilliant pick up there by Matt Arthur. Brilliant fullback play. The referee stopped the game for some reason. I think he's given a penalty, is he? He's ruled that the York defender took the Halifax man out, chasing the grubber kick. Alfred Johnston's down, he must be the man that was taken out off the ball. And Halifax will have another penalty. Now, Tom Grant's getting a bit giddy now after giving no penalties, not a penalty giving spree. All eyes in rugby league, penalty try. Can Halifax do it? Here's Brandon Douglas. Nearly at the line out wide. Halifax fans behind the post expect. Dufresne finds Calcott. Will just take his tackle 10 metres out underneath the sticks. But he's still driving towards the line roll. Calcott still going. Gets within 2 metres of the line. O'Brien waits a dummy half. Finds Whitby. York men rush out. McCarron. Great shot there from Ngannou. But Halifax knocked the ball on. And the chance has gone, and York soak up all the pressure. And the first real test of that York line has been passed by the Knights. And they still maintain the 12-6 leads. But it was absolute panic stations in that defensive line though. Can Halifax force the error though? York scrum down 10 metres off their own line. Dufresne and Fairbank. Made a tackle on Matt Arthur. Big shot there from Calcott, held out by O'Brien. And Davies, who's been working overtime again. McShane, good pick off from dummy half. Oh, soft defence there from McCarron. Allowed Hudson to go through. Here's Matt Arthur, joins the line. Better defence there from McCarron, held out by Calcott as York, 5 metres away from the halfway line. McShane goes centre field, Thompson drops off Hudson, and Hudson will go 5 metres inside the Halifax half. Last tackle here for the Knights. McShane goes back to Harris. Harris in about 5 different minds there, puts the kick up again, not the deepest kick. Tibbs collects. Brilliant take by Ben Tibbs, but the York defence pushing back a few metres, but great take under pressure from the winger. Here's Johnson. Great chopping tackle there by the York man. Nafluma goes from Anton halfback. Sure, that's an high tackle. Referee rules play on. Dufresne from the offload. The referee was definitely going to blow his whistle there, but allows play to go on. Here's Whitby. Spies a gap. Kicking in the tackle count. Looking for the 40-20. Matt Arthur. Oh, the ball bounces. Can he stay in the field of play? Oh, that's so unlucky. He looked for all money. We're going to go out for a 40-20, but the ball took a wicked bounce and has dribbled out. Dead in goal. York have a 7 tackle set from the 20-metre tap. But Halifax aren't dying wondering. That's a good run there from Galliano. More defence coming in from McCarron. Ngannou finds Ben Jones Bishop centre field. Takes York past halfway. Calcott downstairs. And Fairbank upstairs. Ngannou out the back to Matt Arthur. York got the overlap. Field sets back on the inside, but Crooks holds on well. York butchered that overlap there. But they're 15 metres away from the line. Ngannou runs across field. Finds McShane. Out the back to Harris. Harris. Short ball. Oh, massive dummy. And York strolling. It looks like Kieran Buchanan who's got over. And that is soft defence, unfortunately, for Halifax. With 10 minutes to go, York extend the lead to 16 points to 6. We worked the ball wide really well. Harris short ball to Buchanan and he's just stepped inside. Some soft defence there from Alfie Johnson. And York got 10 points up. Less than 10 minutes to go with the kick to come. And again, after quite a bit of pressure down on York's line, they've come back up and scored points. This game far from over, but Halifax just can't let York get too far away. York have a reputation, as well we know from the game of Odsal, of finishing games really strongly. But mind you, look at us, look at the way we performed in the second half against Oldham last week. And coming back from behind to beat Doncaster as well. So we've certainly got it in us. But York are top of the league for a reason and they're showing it here. And Liam Harris has another shot at goal. 10 metres in from touch on that far side. 22 metres out. On the wrong side for a right-footed kicker. Here's Harris, steps up. And the silence for your fans will tell you that he's pulled it wide again. Liam Harris is 1 from 3 for conversions, 2 from 4 overall. And Halifax still only 10 points behind. With 8 minutes to go, 16 points to 6 to score. Whitby with the kick-off again, goes left. Jones Bishop underneath, collects. Hands on to Santi off the back fence. Fairbank. Good job he missed there. But there's an Halifax man that's gone down. Friendly fire maybe. I'm not too sure it is at the moment. Is that Alfie Johnson again? I think it is. Oh no, Johnson's there. Not too sure it is that he was down. But he's flat out on his front and the medical team are all on there, and quite rightly Tom Grant stopped the game. I think he's sat up whoever it is and still can't really see who it is. And wherever it is, he's walking groggily off the field. Who is it? Still don't know who he is because he's being well guarded by the medical team. Who went off? Sorry? McCarron. Yeah, so McCarron who's gone off injured. Hopefully he's okay. Oh no, McCarron's on the field there. Well, we'll try and find out who it is. Fairbanks at the marker there. Anyway, play goes on. Thompson nearly through, but Fairbank and McCarron bringing down. And sure, that's incorrect play of the ball. It is. And Halifax having let that injury get to him. Forced the error. York's 5th of the game. And with 7 minutes to go till half time, can Halifax get to within a score? We'll play the ball 10 metres inside this York Knights half. Here's Calcott. Oh, big shot there. Brendan Sampton. Kieran Hudson flew out the line. Inman's onto the field. Short ball to Fairbank. And Fairbank. Tackle on the York 30. Here's O'Brien. Whitby shows to the line. Out the back to Nofaluma. Obviously skipping a jump. But Hingano and D wrap him up at Halifax. Inside the York 20 again. Slow play the ball, but Tom Grant rules play on. Here's Inman. Short ball to Fairbank, and Fairbank brought down 15 metres out underneath those posts. O'Brien finds Whitby. Still to Dummy Whitby. Steps back in the inside. Gaps appearing. Whitby goes through. Oh, Paul McShane. What a tackle. Last one for Fax. Right on York's goal line. Jufre knocks it on. Took his eyes off the ball. And the chance has gone. And York have a play the ball on their own 10. Can Halifax force another mistake? Great defence there from Will Calcott. On Ben Jones Bishop there. Here's Hudson. Big shot there. Brilliant shot. Was that Tom Inman flying in there? I think it was. Here's Galliano. Bounced off Fairbank, but McCarron was there to put him down. Big Shane. Goes centre field. Matava looking for the gap, but the door closes. Jufre, Nofaluma and Calcott with a tackle. York 10 metres shy of halfway. McShane jumps down from dummy half. Short ball to Thompson. Thompson met well by Inman. Jufre goes downstairs to finish off the tackle. Last one for York, just inside the Halifax half. McShane finds Ngannou. Good pressure there from McCarron. Nofaluma underneath it. Takes it comfortably. But the York defence is there again. Oh, lovely offload to Charlie Graham. And Graham will just take his tackle. This York defence from kicks is brilliant. As soon as the man takes the ball, the York defence is there. Sure, he's not square there. Referee rules play on. As Tom Inman try to catch the mark, is not square. Whitby short to Fairbank, and Halifax losing the way a little bit here. This York defence is causing Halifax all sorts of issues. Last one for the Panthers goes back to Whitby, and again York chases there, and Whitby just kicks it straight down Galliano's throat. Catches on his own 30, hands on to Field, and Field rules is a forward pass. Oh wow, big mistake there from York. Galliano, all they have to do is take the ball up, but he rules it as a forward pass to Olifield, and Halifax have yet another chance to put points on the board. Just under 4 minutes to go till half time. It's still York 16, Halifax 6. A try before half time would do very nicely. Fax have the scrum, 15 metres inside York's half. Whitby to feed. The ball comes out. Kicked out the scrum. The play goes on. Rare you see that. Ben Crooks lies to the task though. Halifax losing a little bit of yardage there. Nofaluma tries to make some yards back upfield. Here's Calcott. York defence just standing and waiting. They've lost their intensity a little bit there. Calcott plays on the 30. O'Brien shoots right and goes left. Dufresne out of the back. Long ball out to Tibbs, but Tibbs knocks it on with the line begging. Oh, Ben Tibbs, who's had a fantastic last few weeks. Everything was done right. Lovely ball for Nofaluma. All Tibbs had to do was take it. Oh, big moment in this game. A try there and the comeback was well and truly on. As it is, York will have. And they play the ball 10 metres underneath their own posts. Those Halifax fans still believe behind the posts. A great run there. Galliano's keeping all this time. Here's Field. Good contact there from Calcott and Fairbank. Big Shane waits at dummy half. Here's Ben Jones-Bishop. Great tackle down low by Nofaluma. Inman there for company as well. Here's Thompson. Runs back towards traffic. Gets the ball out to McShane. McShane hands on to Harris. Further on to Bailey. And Bailey gets brought down just shy of halfway by Brad Graham. Brad Graham onto the field. Matt Arthur will bring York into Halifax territory. Last one for the Knights. McShane goes back to Harris. Harris, he'll lose Nofaluma. They're running on the last. They made the break upfield. Kick straight to the hands of Ben Tibbs. Can Ben Tibbs get away? No, the door closes. But great kick pressure there from Halifax. Here's Nofaluma. They've done a very good job of keeping him quiet so far of York. Tibbs finds Whitby. Sees the York defence rush up, so takes it himself, George Whitby. And the hooter goes in a pulsating Betfred Championship semi-final in these playoffs. York dominated early. Well, Halifax dominated early. The first 6-7 minutes were camped on York's line, but then a breakaway try from who else? Ben Jones-Bishop put York ahead. Galliano scored a second straight after Ben Crooks got sin bin for a tackle without the York player, and they had to possibly score him. Harris tagged on a penalty, but then Alfie Johnson got an interception to bring Halifax right back into this game. Within 10 minutes shy of half time, Kieran Buchanan dumbing his way over to give York a half-time lead of 16 points to 6. Huge second half coming up. Well, welcome back to the LNER Community Stadium here in York, the second half of this Betfred Championship playoff semi-final. And it's after an action-packed first quarter. It's York Knights that hold a 16 points to 6 lead, 3 tries to 1. Ben Jones-Bishop, Scott Galliano and Kieran Buchanan getting York's tries, with Alfie Johnson's interception try, Halifax's riposte. Ben Crooks spent time with sin bin in the first half, and Leon Cowan with a pretty serious injury. I don't think we'll see him in the second half, but this game isn't over yet. We came from behind to win on this ground earlier on this season, and Halifax came from behind to beat Doncaster not too long ago, as Harris gets us back underway. Deep kick left collected by Whitby, hands it on to Calcott. But York's defence has been outstanding in terms of contact. Sure, that's a second goal from Santi, but the referee rules play on. Tom Grant, who's let everything go at the ruck. O'Brien goes blind. Brad Graham applies the brakes because Brendan Santi was flying at him. Did well there, did Brad Graham. Neil loses the ball. Well, carries on. Here's Fairbank. Takes 3 of your men to put him down, 15 metres shy of halfway. Inman at dummy half. Finds Nofaluma trying to go through the gap, but Jordan Thompson with a tackle. Last one for Halifax, just shy of halfway. Goes back to Whitby. Whitby puts it high. Galliano collects comfortably, but it's a decent chase. A wall of blue and white in front of him. Good tackle there. Calcott down low, Inman up top, and York start off on their own 20-metre line. Crooks shoots out the line. Doesn't particularly get him, but Inman's there to finish up a tackle alongside McCarron. And Halifax, statement of intent there for the defence, has really got to put pressure on these York players. Calcott with a tackle again. McShane comes centre field. Hudson tries to bump off Inman, but McCarron's finished off down low. McShane, short ball to Matt Arthur. Will take York past halfway. Takes 3 men to put him down. Inman, O'Brien and Graham. Last tackle for York, 10 metres inside the Halifax half. Goes back to Harris, pressure by Inman. Pretty shallow kick. Nofaluma underneath and takes well, but that York chase again, just outstanding. Here's Alfie Johnson, the try scorer for Halifax. But McShane and Thompson, the old campaigners for York, put him down. Here's Charlie Graham again. York's defence solid. McCarron tries to be your man, but again, McShane, he's been everywhere for York tonight. Here's Inman, takes to the line, finds Dufresne, short ball to Graham, sets back on the inside, Brad Graham that is. Takes 3 men to put him down, 10 metres shy of halfway, last one for the Panthers. Inman goes from dummy half, nice play, Dufresne, chips over the top, Galliano. Sorry, Matt Arthur waiting for it. Decent chase there from O'Brien and Inman. Makes tackle and York will start to set off on their own 30. Long ball from Harris to Galliano. Great tackle there. A brilliant tackle there from George Whitby. But York, quick play the ball, go on the blind side. Whitby's there again in defence. Finished off by McCarron. York just shy of halfway. McShane comes centre field to Harris. Drops off for Thompson. Thompson, footwork of the line, but not fooling Will Calcott. And Owen McCarron. Big collision there. Hudson bounces off Fairbank. Forces the knock on as well. Brilliant defence there from Halifax. Forced the first error of the second half. Brad Graham picks it up and Halifax will start to set off 10 metres shy of halfway. Nofaluma steps back on the inside. Nofaluma trying to make the break. Nofaluma's away. He makes the break. Nofaluma has got Graham in support, but he keeps on. He's still going. They've not held him there. Oh, and the York have forced the knock on. I'd love to see that again. I'm sure the York man attacked the ball. He did. He should be play on. The York player attacked the ball. But the referee ruled it was a loose carry. And Halifax nearly got this all-important first try of the second half. But as it is, York will have possession 15 metres away from their own line. Clever play for the York man. I think it was Galliano who attacked the ball, forcing it loose. But just showing glimpses of Nofaluma's danger there. Play's come to a stop because I think it's Connor Bailey who's getting treatment for York. Oh no, it's only I think it's Kieran Hudson. And eventually they're showing me form 15 metres underneath York's posts. And eventually the ball comes out. Matt Arthur met by Brad Graham and Inman, who put him down on his own 20. McShane goes blind. Dufresne tackle up top. Johnson and Brad Graham there for company on Kieran Buchanan. The referee ruling 6 and 2 ones, 6 and 2 threes even. Say he's let everything go at the ruck as Tom Grant Here's Thompson. Good yard, that's contact there from Thompson. Fairbank screaming at the referee, saying it was a knock on, but Tom Grant again just not policing this ruck at all. Here's Mitch Clark, on loan at Halifax once upon a time, now definitely a York player. Gets brought down by Brad Graham on halfway. The exchange does have a dummy out of Santi, evades Calcott, but well wrapped up by Tom Inman. Brilliant ball and all tackle there from Inman, held out by McCarron. Last one for York, 10 metres inside the Halifax half. Hingano under no pressure gets his kick away. Charlie Graham underneath, well taken Charlie Graham, brilliant take from the Halifax winger. And Halifax will start to set off 20 metres out for their own line. Crooks flies in. And again, strong defence on the short night side. Whitby at dummy half, finds Nofaluma. Steps back towards Travis Nofaluma, nearly making the break. Oh, Nofaluma just millimetres away of getting away. Quick play the ball, Whitby finds Crooks. Crooks will find halfway for Halifax. Quick play the ball, Halifax might have been on this blind side. They go this way. Fairbank finds Johnson, steps back on the inside. Thompson looks high there. Last one for Halifax, 35 metres away from the line. O'Brien finds Dufresne. Dufresne puts it high. Looking for Brad Graham. Well taken by Ben Jones Bishop and well defended there by Brad Graham. Great chase there. Tibbs and Brad Graham there. Here's Matafa, met by Fairbank, Inman and Calcott. This is much better defensive pressure here from Halifax. Here's Galliano. Well met there by McCarron. And I think that was George Whitby again. There's people who say that George Whitby's got frailties in defence. I've not seen them at all. And Halifax really chopping York territory here. They're only 20 metres out from their own line. Thompson finds Ngannou. And Ngannou, Halifax putting numbers in on him. And pushing back as well. Last one for York, barely out their own 30. Goes back to Harris. Fairbank puts pressure on him. Harris kicks towards touchline. Nofaluma collects. Runs back on the inside. Lofted ball. Heart and mouth stuff, but Ben Tibbs does well. Here's Crooks. On centre field, takes on Santi Buchanan and rides it well. And again, second effort to play the ball from York. Dufresne goes blind to Charlie Graham. Sets back on the inside. And Graham wanting a quick play the ball and gets it. Dufresne finds Douglas back onto the field. He'll take Halifax past halfway. Brought down by 3 York men. O'Brien waits at dummy half. Long ball to Inman. Finds Whitby. Short ball to McCarron. On the inside. Last one for Halifax. 40 metres from the short line. Goes back to Whitby. Whitby puts it high. Matt Arfield collects comfortably, but it's a decent chase from Halifax, led by Brad Graham and Dufresne, and Calcott involved in the tackle as well. As Halifax winning the territory battle at the moment, but just need ball down here as Harris steals 10 metres from dummy half. Put down by Inman. Matahafa finds Galliano, met up top by O'Brien, finished off by McCarron and Douglas. Here's Clark. Good shot there by McCarron, outside by Calcott, but Clark's still going up towards halfway. Sorry, Douglas it was. Sam Cook, who did all the damage for York. At Odsall against the own season. Last one. Hingano dummies the kick. Beats one man, kicks again, but he sliced it. York collects, but Halifax get to it. Jesse D kicks towards the post. Ben Tibbs is there. Now Ben Tibbs got a bit of broken field ahead of him. Can he get through the gap? Makes some good yards there. Ben Tibbs were brought down on his own 20 metre line. Dufresne goes blind and finds Alfie Johnson. But again, York putting plenty of men in these tackles. Dufresne finds Nofaluma. Footwork at the line, but again, brilliant defence from the short side. Could play the ball. Inman jumps out for dummy half. O'Brien, sorry, that was my mistake. Gets Halifax within 10 metres of the halfway line. Slow play the ball. Here's Whitby, back on the inside to Calcott. Calcott, rise tackle McShane really well. Will take Halifax past halfway. Great yards there from Will Calcott. Last one for Halifax. Just inside the York half. Here's Dufresne. Dufresne puts it high, not that deep, allowing Tibbs and Graham to chase. Galliano, Matarfa knocks on, and Halifax will get a set of 6 inside York territory. Brilliant pressure there from Ben Tibbs and Brad Graham, forcing the error from Toa Matarfa. O'Brien's down in back play. Tibbs is getting treatment from a physio as well. We're walking wounded at the moment. But Halifax have a great opportunity to score this all-important first try this second half. As Halifax fans behind the post raise their voices, trying to roar their boys home. If Halifax are to win this game, they feel they've got to score next and soon. Still plenty of time in this game. Just under half an hour. And it's still York 16, Halifax 6. The runaway leaders of the championship being given a game and a half here by the rank outsiders. The big spending Super League bound York Knights against a club that was days away from going out of existence less than 12 months ago. As Ben Tibbs is just getting a bit of treatment on his face there from the physio. I think the referee's run out of time here, Bob. The physio for Halifax is finished his job. Now, what have Halifax got the sleeve now for this attacking scrum? 15 metres out, right underneath those York posts, centre field. Dufresne to feed. Halifax have stacked it right. O'Brien finds Whitby. And again, this York defence flying up. Great play there from Crooks to avoid the tackles. And he'll take his tackle 10 metres away from the York line. And the ball comes loose. And the referee rules. It's a knock on. And Ben Crooks is livid. He's absolutely filthy, is Ben Crooks. And again, Tom Grant is not policing this ruck at all. And Jordan Thompson, the old campaigner, knew exactly what he was doing there. Hands on the ball. But in modern day rugby league, it's the ball carrier's responsibility to keep hold of the ball, and Ben Crooks didn't. And York survive another set. But they're still right on their own line. Halifax forced a mistake through the defence. Dufresne flies up and makes a tackle. And York just inside their own 20. As Buchanan, one of the try scorers, gets up to play the ball. Brilliant shot there by McCarron. Quick play the ball. Harris jumps out and finds Thompson. And Thompson will bring York to relative safety, 35 metres away from their own line. Here's Clark. Met well by McCarron, but Clark bounces off. Calcott gets the grips of him, joined by Brad Graham. As York just shy of halfway. McShane jumps out for dummy half, goes blind. Hingano brings on D on the angle, but the Halifax defence put him down 35 metres away from the line. Last one for York. McShane goes from dummy half and kicks high himself. Oh, wow. I'm not too sure if that is a penalty, but York man was taken in the air. Nofaluma came to chase. Oh yeah, he's a tackle in the air. I think York will go for 2 here. Yeah, Nofaluma going for the ball, but he did wrap the arms around the player. He jumped up for the ball. Well, Liam Harris go for 2-0. I think he's gonna kick the ball backwards into touch. York wanting to finish this game off now. 16 points to 6. 26 minutes left in this game. But York have a penalty 20 metres out. Ngannou finds Clark, and Clark will target Connor Davies, who's just been brought onto the field for Adam O'Brien. 20 metres out York. McShane goes blind. Ngannou steps back on the inside. Great tackle there from McCarron. Held out by Calcott there too. As York 10 metres away from the fast line. Here's Thompson. Finds Harris. Brings on Bailey. Sea-bound Bailey brought down just shy of the line. McShane waits at dummy half. Finds Sante, and York spill the ball. And can Halifax make the break upfield? Halifax have passed the first defensive test on the line in this half. And those Halifax fans behind the post still believe. Here Crooks. Crooks trying to make the break. Oh, if he'd got the ball out then. He's still on this blind side. Johnson sets back on the inside. Into traffic, and they put him down. 25 metres away from his own line. Inman finds Davies. McShane shoots out the line and doesn't miss. But Davies rides it really well. And I say these York players have been shooting off the line all game, and Tom Grant not really seeing it. Nofaluma steps out of one challenge. Still going Nofaluma. We'll get Halifax. Still going Nofaluma. He's got 3 men on him and he still won't be held. Somehow David Nofaluma going past halfway. Still going. They just let him go. Here's Nofaluma. He must have made 30 metres from that break, and there were 3 men on him who just let him go. Inman. Short ball to Douglas. Douglas. Rampages inside the 30. Gets the ball away. Dufresne. Long ball to Graham. Graham. Halifax have got the break here. Johnson. Oh, York knock on. Back into the hands of Brad Graham. Halifax have 6 more tackles. 6 more tackles inside York's 20. Massive moment in this game now. In the dummy half. Goes blind. The youngest break. Harris goes high. The referee rules it was legal. 10 metres away from the line. Brad Graham finds Whitby. Drops off for Calcott. The York defence just standing waiting this time. No shooting out. Inman. Short ball to Douglas. Douglas. York men getting numbers to stop him less than 5 metres out. Halifax are stacking men on that right hand side. Slow play the ball. Inman finds Calcott. Short ball to Whitby. Here's Nofaluma. Finds Crooks. Crooks. Great tackle there by Holyfield. Here's Whitby. Short ball to Calcott. Centre field. Brought down by 2 men. Last tackle. Inman dribbles it through. Knock on surely there by the York man. Inman picks up. Will Halifax get another 6 tackles here? Yes, Halifax will get another 6 tackles. Lovely little grubber through by Tom Inman, and the York defence spilled it. Now Halifax have got to score now. Set after set on York's line in the first half, didn't yield any points. You feel that Halifax have got to score now if there's any chance of getting back in this game. Scrum down, 10 metres out, right underneath those posts. The second it left this time. Inman finds Dufresne. Steps back on the inside, Dufresne! Oh. She's brought down short, the ball comes loose. And the referee rules it's a knock on, and the chance has gone. Louis Dufresne, who has had an indifferent night, to be kind, to be honest, comes up with the error to play the ball. But as we've seen before, this York side know all the dark arts. There's plenty of experience in that York side. But, as I say, responsibility ultimately lies with the man with the ball, and Louis Dufresne lost possession of the ball, and York breathed a huge sigh of relief. But there's still time, 22 minutes left, still 16 points to 6 as it was at half time. Cook shoots out the line but misses the tackle. Reinforcements arrive in the shape of George Whitby. Van McCarron as Field makes some yards up field. Here's Clark, but met by strong defence there from Halifax. dump him to the ground. Tom Inman, Calcott and Brad Graham. McShane goes centre field to Thompson. Third on to Ngano, throws a dummy, but the door's closed by McCarron and Whitby. McShane finds Thompson. Casual ball to Harris, finds Bailey. Great tackle down low by Louis Jouffre. Last one for York. 10 metres inside the Halifax half. They go blind. Mataafa. Harris throws a dummy. Harris makes the break. 2-on-1. Back on the inside to Mataafa. And is that the try that seals York's place in the 2025 Betfred Championship Grand Final? The first try of the second half was always going to be really important. And it's just the story of this game. After all the pressure that Halifax had on that York Knights line, they've gone up the other end of the field and scored. And it's Liam Harris, who the Halifax fans are giving some right stick in the first half, who's created it. Blindside play on the last, the chance to their arm. Harris threw the dummy, made the break as he had so often for Halifax this time here, and had Mataafa in support, who went over. And with 20 minutes to go, it's now York Knights 20, Halifax 6. 3 score difference, which could be vital. And is that the hammer blow for Halifax? They'll still believe, those fans behind the sticks will still believe, but York have got a very nice cushion now. And with all the experience that they have in their side, they will look to see out this game. And Harris has the kick. He's not kicked well all night, and Harris is 20 metres out, 15 metres in from touch on this near right hand side. But he is a clutch player, is Liam Harris. Here he is, that's straight down the middle of the post. And after setting up the try, Liam Harris turns the 4-6. And is that an unassailable lead, 22 points to 6. There's still plenty of time left for Halifax to come back, but time is fast becoming the enemy. Whitby with a kick off again. Harris underneath, hands it on to Clark. Oh sorry, there's Antrobus who's back on the field. Met well by Douglas and Davies. Here's Thompson. Good yards off contact there by Jordan Thompson. Tackle by Graham there. Calco with a tackle there on Galliano. The Santi carries on. The Knights. Douglas working hard from marker there, but it's York Knights side are playing with all the confidence that a 16-point cushion gives you. Last tackle, 5 metres inside the Halifax half. McShane weighs a dummy half. Ngano puts it high towards the corner again. Charlie Graham underneath it. Graham takes, but as it has been throughout the game, just a wall of black and yellow in front of him. Here's Crooks, who's run really well all game. Gets brought down his own 20 metre line. Here's Tibbs. Tibbs nearly through the gap, but great tackle down low by Cook. Inman finds Connor Davies. Brought down by 3 York defenders, 15 metres shy of the halfway. Here's Douglas. Big contact there from Douglas. The ball comes loose, but it goes backwards. Here's Inman. Halifax got the overlap here. Graham. Oh, Brad Graham. Nearly should have really released his men, but just takes tackle. Last one for Halifax, 30 metres out from the line. Jouffre. Loose pass, but works out for Ofaluma. Back on the inside to Davies, but great tackle there by the York man. And York's defence has just been outstanding tonight. And it's all that is. Attack wins games, defence wins championships. And York's defence is that of a championship winning side at the moment. Here's Field, put down by 3 Halifax defenders. Calcott, Douglas and Davies. Cook finds D on the run. Good yard of contact by D, but brought down by 3 Halifax defenders. Davies, Whitby and McCarron. Here's Thompson, out of the back to Harris. Short ball to Bailey. Good tackle down low by Johnson. York inside Halifax's 30. Harris back inside to Antrobus. Brought down by Davies and Calcott. Last tackle for York, 20 metres out from the Halifax line. McShane finds Harris. Harris has all the time to put the kick toward the corner. Tibbs. The ball goes back. Jouffre's away. Louis Jouffre is back on the inside. Makes the break upfield, but Steve plies the gap. The breaks. Finds Nofaluma. Back on the inside. Halifax do really well to survive that. And Nofaluma brought down on the Halifax 40. But again, this ruck is an absolute mess. And finally, probably too late, Tom Grant gives a penalty at the ruck. Halifax's first penalty of the second half. George Whitby with a great touch finder. Lovely touch finder there for Whitby. Oh, he's made 40 metres from that kick. Halifax start to set off 20 metres from the Halifax line. Alfie Johnson taps and goes himself. Halifax still believe. 15 minutes to go. 16 points the difference. Inman finds Whitby. Short ball to Douglas. Douglas going through. But York get back in numbers. Desperation in the defence. Inman finds Whitby, picks up his bootlace, goes it through, and Ben Crooks is there! Is this the comeback? Ben Crooks scores his 5th try of the season. And is this the comeback? Brilliant try. George Whitby, lovely grubber kick through, and Ben Crooks was first the ball, the in-goal area, dots the ball down. And with 15 minutes to go, it's York 22, Halifax 10 with a kick to come. This game isn't over yet. Can Whitby turn this 4 into 6? The silence of York fans tell you that Whitby's 2 from 2. Now do Halifax believe like I believe in Joe Hendry? Come on. 14 minutes to go. York 22, Halifax 12. This game isn't over yet. And those Halifax fans behind the posts certainly haven't given up yet. And York are just going to weak all the time out that they can. If Halifax score the next try soon, then we are set for one big finish. 13 minutes, 14 minutes in a rugby league game is loads of time. And there's only 10 points difference. Harris for the kick-off again. Goes left. Here's Calcott off the back fence. But again, the York defence hold really firm. Messing around the play the ball again, and Tom Grant has finally realised you can give penalties for messing around the ruck. And Whitby, can he get a great touch finder there? He can. And Halifax will start on halfway. Oh, could it really be happening? Here's Ben Crooks. Starts set off and makes 9 metres. Here's Douglas. Douglas, who's carried well all night since he's been on, brings Halifax within 35 metres of the York line. Inman shoots right and goes left. Dufresne, short ball to Brad Graham, back on the inside. Still going Graham. York defence putting down, but inside their own 20. Inman jumps out from dummy half. Finds Calcott. Calcott rampaging towards the line. Will Calcott. To within 5 metres of the line. Options left and right here for Tom Inman. Inman goes short to Douglas! And Brandon Douglas has gone over! Brandon Douglas! Get in there! And the comeback is on! Halifax go back to back! Oh, what is happening here? What is happening? Brandon Douglas sends those Halifax fans behind the post into raptures! Here we go, folks! Brandon Douglas gets a memorable try like he did earlier on this season. 22-16 with a kick to come, and George Whitby's not wasting any time. Underneath the posts. Which he does. Here we go, 22 points to 18. Halifax back to within a score. Come on now. This game was nearly dead and buried. 22 points, and listen to those Halifax fans. Are we witnessing something special here? Halifax have got pedigree from coming back in these type of games. And listen to the noise. York thought they had this game wrapped up, but Halifax have gone back to back. 12 points in 2 minutes. Harris goes long and left from the kick again. Whitby collects, sands it on to Calcott. Now it's Halifax that are playing with their confidence now. And we saw last Friday night, when that happens, we can put plenty of scores on. Here's Connor Davies. Oh, great footwork at the line. Tom Inman finds Brandon Douglas, the try scorer. Great tackle down low by Bailey Antrobus, with quick play of the ball. Whitby brings on McCarron on the angle. Gets within 5 metres, halfway. Here's Calcott again. Great yards there from Will Calcott. Gets Halifax past halfway. Last one for the Panthers. Inman finds Dufresne. Puts it high. Not that deep, allowing Tibbs to collect. Collected by Ben Jones-Bishop. And Brad Graham and Dufresne are going to get him into touch today. They are! What defence! What defence there! And Halifax get the turnover. Ben Jones-Bishop's arguing, but it matters not. And Halifax. Oh, wow! The Panthers have got the tails up massively here. And listen to those fans. 10 minutes ago, the game was over. Tom Matarthur's try made it 22-6. And they thought the game was over, but Halifax have roared back. And Halifax have got to play the ball on the 20. Inman, Shaw, to Connor Davies. Halifax 15 metres out. Inman finds Whitby. Whitby throws a dummy. Oh, not fooling the old campaign of Jordan Thompson, but Halifax within 10 metres of that York line. Inman finds Douglas. Short ball to Davies. Strong defence there from the York line. Here's Inman. Goes from dummy half himself. Tom Inman. Oh, York defence weren't falling for that. Still tackles here. Still tackles here. Davies finds Whitby. Lob ball out. Nofaluma. Nofaluma steps back inside. There's a gap open up. Offload away to Whitby. George Whitby. Scored a memorable try on this ground early on this season, George Whitby. Still going. Covers through. Looking for Ben Jones-Bishop. Ben Jones-Bishop gets out of trouble. And York survive. Think that's a bit of a wrong option there from Whitby. But Halifax, can they force the error from the defence? Tackle comes in from Alfie Johnson. And York looked knackered. York looked spent. And it's Halifax who have got all the fuel in the tank at the moment. McShane finds Ingano, steps back on the inside, but Halifax are there. Oh, the penalty comes in for an high tackle. Oh, that's manna from heaven for York. And I think it's Brandon Douglas who's the guilty man. Yeah, thought he'd look on the high side. But Liam Harris has skewed that touch finder. He's barely made 8 metres from that touch finder. There's some nerves in this York side. 19 wins on the trot. Big money spenders, Super League bound. Are they feeling the pressure? Little old Halifax. Like last week, not reading the RFL script. Here's Jordan Thompson, drops off for Martin. And Jack Martin brings York 35 metres away from the Halifax line. McShane at dummy half, goes blind. Ingano steps back on the inside. Always a danger man, big shot there. Referee rules it was legal. McShane finds Thompson. On to Harris. Matt Arthur out the back. Matt Arthur hands off to frame. Matt Arthur goes over the line. And is that the try that finishes his game off? Matt Arthur gets his second of the game. And is that the knockout blow? 6 minutes to go. And Halifax's comeback might have ended there. And Matt Arthur just too big, too strong. Dufresne fell off a tackle and has gone over. And with 6 minutes to go, York have a 2-score buffer, which may well be too much. And those York fans who were silent before have suddenly found their voices again. They were worried, but the Halifax fans have never lost their voice. Halifax are winners no matter what happens. Less than 12 months, days from going out of business. Kyle Eastman coming in to a team he inherited from Liam Finn. All the signs are made. Put his moulded aside in his image. And got Halifax with no money to spend at all in special measures to a semi-final and giving big spending York. Super League bound, the fright of their lives. But it's just going to end up that they had too much class at the right time. And Liam Harris has a really tricky kick on this near touchline, but it might not even matter because 5.5 minutes to go. Can Halifax score twice? "25 metres out, right on this near touchline. It looks good. Oh, what a kick that is, Liam Harris. I said before, he's a clutch player. The man who got the golden point drop goal for York in the 1895 Cup final stepped up and kicked a really important touchline conversion. But this game isn't over. This game is far from over. Will Halifax go short? They will. Whitby looking for Johnson and Graham, but well taken by Ben Jones Bishop. Another player who just comes up clutch in these moments. There's Martin. Halifax will not die wondering. They will put everything in for these last few minutes. And Anchovis will bring the Knights to halfway. Brought down by Fairbank. Good defence coming in from Crooks. And McCarron. McShane scheming from dummy half. Finds field. Great tackle down low there by Whitby, who's had an outstanding game defensively. McShane kicks through. He comes off the Halifax man. Is he back to one? Oh, he does. It's back to 1. Less than 4 minutes to go. York will just eat up time now. And those Halifax fans behind the post, win or lose, they're proud of the boys. As Ngannou brings on Martin. As York, 25 metres away from the Halifax line. Here's Ngannou, throw the dummy. Tackle comes in from Douglas. And York going to get the score here. It'll be a very flattering thing to the score. No, he's just held up. He's delaying, he never will. York have got so many men over on that left-hand side. It's a scrappy play of the ball. But it's a penalty to York. And they'll probably go for 2. A try there for York would have been giving it a very unflattering score. Sit there, and York will go for 2. Tweet at this time. 2 minutes 49 according to the stadium clock. And Liam Harris will take these points. 10 metres out, just the left-hand side of the posts. And the York Knights fans preparing for a grand final next week against either Toulouse or Bradford, who play tomorrow. But it matters not, because it's not on the field that matters, unfortunately. Harris taking all the time he can. The clock was stopped a while ago. But Liam Harrison pretty much banging front of the posts. Converts the penalty to make this game absolutely safe. I said 2.5 minutes to go, 30 points to 18. And Whitby goes short, but straight down the middle this time, looking for Ben Crooks. But the York man, oh, he's knocked on there, surely he has. Is there one more twist in the tail here? Halifax get the ball back. 25 metres away from this York line. A try very, very soon will make things very interesting. Scrum down, centre field, 25 metres out. Dufresne picks the ball from a really poor pass from the base of the scrum from Tom Inman there. Inman brings on Dixon, who's come onto the field. Takes 3 York men to put him down inside the 20. For some reason, the York people have turned the clock off in the stadium. Here's Halifax got men over here. McCarron gets it back. Here's Inman. Steps out. Todd Thompson does really well to hold on to him. Whitby at dummy half finds Fairbank. Oh, and the referee gets York for offside. Halifax, no doubt, will just tap and go here. Can we get a consolation at least? Here's Douglas, route 1. Here's Brandon Douglas to push him back over the line this time. Slow, play the ball. Inman finds Dixon, throws the dummy. And York get their numbers to stop his progress. Inman Oh, York was surely offside from there. They were surely offside, yeah. He gave the penalty for the one down there. You just can't do that now. You could have done maybe 5 years ago, but you can't reach round from marker. And the York fans, perhaps prematurely singing Champioles. Here's Douglas from the tap penalty. Again, the York men get their numbers to stop his progress. Inman finds Fairbank onto Jufrey. Short ball to Brad Graham, but Brad Graham loses the ball. And that is game over. Well, Halifax, they've tried their hearts out. And there goes the final hooter. And there ends Halifax's 2025 season. And what a season it's been. An absolute roller coaster of emotions. Less than 12 months ago, Halifax nearly went out of business. Fast forward. And Halifax got to within 80 minutes of a grand final, semi-final against big spenders York. And they nearly gave them the scare, nearly got there. But ultimately York just had too much class and took the opportunity when they came. Halifax gave them a scare. 16-6 down at half time and 22-6 with 20 minutes to go. And back-to-back tries from Ben Crooks and Brandon Douglas gave Halifax hope. But then Tom Matarthur's try, 6 minutes from time, and Liam Harris penalty. Seal the game for York. It's the end of the road for Halifax in 2025. What a season it's been. The final score here at the LNER Community Stadium is York Knights 30, Halifax Panthers 18.